everybody, how are you doing? I haven't been around for a couple of days, but rest assured I have been working literally every evening after work. It's just the work was slow and there wasn't a lot to report. So I'm going to take you out now to the drainage ditch and show you what I've been working on. This is the new enclosure around the drain. We've got the pipe coming in there. My neighbor and I spoke. He's got one small drain in his yard. We decided to go ahead and put them together as opposed to having two holes inside of the circle. The rain came the other day. We tested it. Everything works fantastic. We've got the property marker raised. I've got all the rock out of here. We still need to remove the rock from there and there. Got it piled on the sidewalk. I've got a load of topsoil coming, and we'll get that dumped right there in the front of the drain so we can spread it around. Then we'll put down some grass. That is about 4 inches below ground level. So what we'll be able to do is we'll be able to take the sod, we're going to buy sod, and we'll be able to slope it off as we go into the drain. So any surface water, we've got still about a 4-inch drop, which is pretty good. So it's coming down. I've got the drains to pick it up and hopefully funnel it into the pipe and move it more freely into the drainage circle. And then anything that stays on the surface will be able to come on down, and we'll just gradually slope that and dump it right into the top of the circle. It worked great in the rain. We got some photos and some videos that my buddy, my neighbor sent me while I was at work, while it was raining, and it was great. I am so happy with it because it's gonna allow me to put a fence up, because with my yard not eroding away, I can now put a fence in, which is a big issue for us because we have a couple small dogs. You've probably seen them in a video or two. So that's what I've been working on literally every day since last Friday. So I have not had a lot of shop time. It's all been about the drainage ditch. It has still been a fantastic week for the shop though. I finished up that colored pencil pen. I think I posted some photos out there on Instagram, Facebook maybe. The video is up. It's not this coming Friday. It'll be next Friday. You'll see that one. This Friday's the money blank, and I'm working on that right now. Let me show you. On the left here is the original money blank. And this is the other one with a painted tube. You can see a little green paint where I kind of got a little sloppy. And I've got, my buddy had a tube for me that was 27/64 in diameter, but it was a little bit short, about this much shorter than the standard tube. So he gave me two of them, and I've inserted one from each end so that they meet in the middle. And once the glue, I just finished gluing it up. You can see the glue is still all wet over here. Where I didn't spill all of this today, but this is one of my glue up protectors for my counter. And once that dries naturally, we'll get that cut to the proper length, and then we'll begin turning it. That money blank video, that's coming out this coming Friday. And on Friday will be the original video where I turned it and did everything to it, and it ended up being see-through for the tube. I'll follow that up probably, I'm hoping Saturday, Sunday at the worst case, with the follow-up video, which will be me turning it with a painted tube. Now that's going to be a much shorter video because I'm not going to go through, I've already gone through the process just the day before. The only difference is I've painted it. So anything I do different to this tube, like I talk about painting it in the video, I talk about the split tubes and putting them together, just things like that I'll show, but I'm not going to go for any of the turning or any of that stuff because, you know, you guys have already watched that just the day before. And I'm going to ask you guys at the end of that video to vote on which blank you like the best. And the blank that wins, I'll wait till, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday, maybe Wednesday or something. And the blank that has the most votes, I'll do a quick video where I'll go out, I'll put the blank in a pen kit. And that'll just be a quick video just so you guys can see the finished product. And you know, you do get to pick the blank. So I thought that'd be kind of fun, and it lets everybody who likes to watch kind of be a part of it. And in the past, people have told me they enjoy that. So looking forward to that. Couple of cool things for the shop. Check this out. 72 colored pencils, and they are the hexagonal color pencils. I picked those up on eBay. That colored pencil blank that I turned, the video, not this Friday, but next Friday, I am going to follow that up with building that blank because I was so impressed by the blank, I need to build one. So I got to find a little time to do that. I have not opened this yet, but this is 2 camera mounts. Let me show you what they look like. Let me unhook one from my camera here. I use these, I film with my iPhone. This is hard to do with one hand. There we go. Whoops. I film with my iPhone, and this little top part here it's a little clasp that can grab the iPhone, and it just fits on a standard tripod mount, just threads on with 1/4 inch 20 threads, and it's flexible. Like I said, it's hard to do with one hand, but see how it springs up? So you raise it up, it grabs your phone, holds your phone in place, and then I can do my filming. So I picked up 2 more of those. I have 2 in the shop. I have 3, but I've lost one. And I figured, you know, if I don't get one is going to break, and I use them all the time. So I went ahead and bought a couple extra. They're like $4 a piece. And here's something I'm really happy with, really excited about. I picked me up a dado set. I have a dado stack, or a dado blade, but it's one of the adjustable kind that you kind of twist, and it expands and contracts. And the center, because it's that way, it's too big to fit into, you'll have to ignore my saw, I've been cutting up green pipe for the sewer. It's too big to fit down beside the blade or beside the arbor to slide on. So I needed one of these stack sets so that I can put one blade on at a time. My arbor is plenty long enough, it's just there's not enough clearance. So really excited about that. I'm hoping to be able, one of my hopes is start making a few boxes. I've always wanted to make some boxes, you know, fancy little boxes with nice little finger joints on the side, and you know, because you can really make them look nice. So I'll start working on that. What else? A big thank you to Brad, and I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, Soulchin, so I'm going to go with Soulchin. Brad sent me 4 pieces of dogwood. This stuff is awesome. He cut this himself, and he sent me 4 blanks. I'll be honest, I've only turned dogwood once in my life. That was a while back. I turned a dogwood pen, and I gave it to my eye doctor, and I had her name engraved in it with a laser engraver. Dr. Apple's my eye doctor, and I gave it to her because she's a wonderful eye doctor, and I appreciate everything that she's done for my family, and she really, she's helped us out so much with our children, and you know, with their eye care, and I appreciate that. So I made it for her, and I had her name engraved in it, Dr. Apple, and I gave it to her. And I did not know this, but when she was a young girl, they had a dogwood tree in their yard, and her sister always played out under the dogwood tree. So luckily, that was a perfect, because it meant something. She saw that, and I told her what it was, and it immediately meant something to her. She connected with it. And that's something that when you build a pen, you want someone to connect with it. And so for me, that was great. For her, it was wonderful. It just meant so much to her. So that was great. I've only turned it once. I'm looking forward to turning that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It may sit for a bit before I get to it, because, man, I bet I have 20 ideas here laying on this counter that I need to start cranking through. What else have we got going on? Oh, my gosh. Shop's a little bit of a wreck. You can see this back here. These are all of my, well, you can't really see around that, but there we go on the floor. You can see I got the buckets and the brooms and everything, and all the piping over there. That's all the leftovers from that job. They need to get put away. Today, all I'm really going to do, I was talking with my wife, this is Saturday, Memorial Day weekend, and we didn't really have any plans, so I am going to, my only goal today is to make this blank, to get this blank finished. It is at the point now where it has been glued up. I'm letting it dry naturally, and the other thing I'm going to work on is when my boys get home, they get the pleasure of moving the rest of those rocks. I moved that pile of rocks by myself the other day after mowing the lawn, and I thought that they needed a little bit of excitement in their life. So what I'm going to do is, I picked up this 4x8 sheet of plywood, and it's just a 1/4 inch. It's nothing too thick. And I've got this cabinet over here. We talked about this a while back. I'm going to start working on the garage. The back of this cabinet, see how it's got cardboard on it, and it's just horribly falling apart. I'm going to empty the rest of the cabinet out, and I'm going to start on that right away since my pen is drying, and I'll give the pen an hour or so to dry. I'm going to empty it out. I'm going to lay it down on the face. I'm going to square it up, and I'm going to put this piece of plywood and screw it to the back of this cabinet, which will, it'll steady the cabinet up. You know, it'll make it more solid. And I'm just using that cabinet for storage in the garage. I mean, you know, you got your car wash bucket in there. You've got your soap for your car, your wax, you know, all your junk that you keep in a garage. It lets me keep it someplace enclosed where it looks a lot neater. So that's what that'll be. And then we're going to start cleaning the garage out because my wife's, one of her girlfriends, her daughter's having a big garage sale. And we have a bunch of stuff out here that has been coming out of the house we want to get rid of. We were going to take it to Goodwill. We just told her she could have it. We would donate it to her. She could sell what she could sell. What she doesn't sell, she's taking to Goodwill. So it's all, you know, we're going to get rid of that. So that's going to be out of here. I'm going to start designing shelves for the back wall here. I won't start building those today. I don't even know if I'll start on those this weekend. I may finish the drainage ditch up first because I don't want to get another big project looming and not be able to work on it. But I'm going to design some shelves because of all the Christmas stuff. And my wife is committed. This back corner is all Christmas stuff. And she has committed, if I'll lay one of the big tables out, we have some 8-foot plastic tables, to going through each bin. And there's some of it that she doesn't want anymore and some of it that she wants. So we're going to condense it down, go through it, clean it up, and then that's what's going to be on these back walls is all of her Christmas stuff. So, and there might be a few other things back there, but that's what I got going on, man. It's been a few days since I talked to you guys, so I had a lot to say, but I will keep you posted throughout the day. For now, I'm just going to get my car out of the garage, empty that cabinet, and that's what I'm going to start working on for a while. Take care, and we'll take care. I'm not shutting the video down. I'll be back to talk to you shortly. Bye-bye. Well, guys, I wasn't able to finish that blank. It looks just like it did when I showed it to you earlier, but we did work in the garage. Let me show you what we did. All of this stuff right here is going to a young woman who's having a garage sale. We said she could have it. Whatever she sells, she sells. The rest is going to take to Goodwill. Our garbage can and our recycle bins are stacked, packed, and double racked. My wife went through all of the Christmas stuff and consolidated it down, so this area of the garage looks much better. I fixed my cabinet, and I've got it. See if I can get it open for you here. Get a little screw out of the way. There we go. Got the cabinet set up at the bottom. I've got my paint supplies there. This is around the house, things like watering can, ladder, raid for the ants or whatever. Got automobile stuff up there. That's drywall stuff. I got some paint miscellaneous stuff over there. It's just pretty well organized a little bit. And then this part of the garage where it was really packed, I got to do a little more work. We got to get the trampoline put up. That'll clean that out. And I got to get started on these pallets. That'll clean that out. I think for the time being, we've decided to hold off on the shelving just because we were able to consolidate it down and it does look better. And we really want to focus on a fence. So I'm going to finish up the ditch project, get the yard leveled out, and then we're going to start working really hard on a fence because our dog, she got out today and all she did was just run in circles in the backyard. I mean, they love to be outside and we want somewhere for them to get out and be able to play. That's all I got. We're taking the kids for an ice cream. I'm grabbing a shower and we're done for the evening. I'm wore out. It's hot out here and you're just sweating like crazy profusely. It's so humid. So we're going to call it quits. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And I'll keep you guys posted. I'm hoping to do some shop work tomorrow. Now that these jobs are done, I should be able to. Take care.